What's up, dudes, guys, gals? I'm Dylan Hernandez.
I'm Ryan Johnson.
And we are PIN, stands for Phantoms in the Night. We're an paranormal investigation duo team. And we're actually just starting up this year. However, this is not our first year. Which goes to, of our little teaser we put out about, sometimes you just gotta start over. Me and Ryan, we've been friends for way over 10 years now. We used to do a little filming together back in the day called Japan. It was just, we were teens making little pranks and parody skits with our other buddies. So, yeah, we've known each other for a long time, right, Ryan? Yeah.
Go way back.
Way back. Decided to start doing this a couple years ago. It's kind of funny how it came to be.
About 2 years ago, me and another friend started a paranormal investigation group called On the Hunt, and it was good. We went to a couple of places, probably maybe 10 places, maybe something like that. We only did it during the summertime because I'm going to school in the fall and spring, so the only time I ever had time to do it was in the summertime. So we did about a handful of investigations over the course of 2 years, and then we also just kind of did other places when we had the time to do it. But my other partner then decided that he didn't want to do it anymore, and also just kind of being low on money, we just kind of stopped doing it at the time. So that's what On the Hunt was. And then towards the end of that, Dylan kind of started joining us for a couple of investigations, and he's really into it just like I'm into the ghost hunting stuff. And since my other partner decided to kind of stop doing it, me and Dylan were just like, hey, let's start doing it together. And that's where PIN come from. We dropped, well, I'm not gonna say we dropped On the Hunt. You'll still see On the Hunt. It'll just be
under. Yeah, that was kind of a tough decision on what we want to do with the name, because it started out like speaking of Japan, I was wanting to work on a Japan 3 movie, and then of course, we're all adults now. Everybody's got families, kids, school, work, and everything. It's hard to get everybody's schedule together. And, Ryan hit me up. He's like, man, I know we've been trying to, do this Japan 3 and everything. He was like, but this is what's been going on with me. He's like, I'm doing ghost investigations with my other buddy. And, man, we've been doing all these places. We got so much done already. We're planning on putting it on YouTube. And I was like, that's crazy, because literally when he messaged me that, it's like me and Ashley had been watching YouTube investigations, paranormal, I was just all into it. I freaking loved it. I've been wanting to do it myself, and then that opened the door for me to, be like a guest, come check it out, see how it is in real life, if I like it, if I didn't like it, if we caught anything, if it was exciting, etc., And so that's how I kind of moved in slowly, I guess you could say. Turned out what it is now, man. It's kind of funny because we didn't know where it was going to go, or if we'd even be sitting right here right now, because we kind of went through a little bump in the road, a big bump in the road, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I think at times we both think about hanging our hats up. So the other guy that I was doing investigations with, he kept all the footage on his computer, and he actually went out and bought a separate hard drive to put all of the videos on. And I don't know. I think one day he might have been like looking for a place to plug in his charger or something, and where he had the hard drive plugged in at, not thinking, I think just pulled the plug on it, and it erased everything we had. So, like all of last summer, all the places that we went, it erased everything. It's like we didn't even do anything. Some things that Dylan's already
put on our Facebook page is actually some of the stuff from places that we have went to.
Yep.
Just little clips and whatnot, like the pictures of the back of my neck where I got scratched. Like that was from a place that we went to that Dylan joined us with.
Yeah.
So there's little things from the past investigations that we've done that Dylan has, but other than that, it's
definitely not enough to be like, here's a video, guys. So that's why I put the little bits and pieces in like videos and teasers and, you know, on TikTok and stuff like that. Because that's all it is. I mean, that's literally, as far as visual media, that's all we have. Now, I think there's still some audio that we've captured, which I did stick that in the teaser too. There is a new clip that Ryan freaking captured at his day job, man. That's wild. That was wild. That was really wild.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what started it all with the other guy that I was doing an investigation with. We worked together as security guards at a hospital, and there's just, that's kind of what kicked the whole ghost hunting off, is we've had some stuff happen there. Not every day, but just here and there, and it just kind of over the course of time just accumulated to being like, man, we've had probably a dozen things happen to us in that hospital, together and separately. And what I had gotten yesterday, or not yesterday, but the last week, that's just another thing to add on to the many things that I've experienced at that hospital. It's pretty wild.
And if you don't know what he's talking about, look on our page, man. It's a clip. Dude sitting, reading a book at his job. Like I said, he's security. There's a hole puncher. If you hadn't seen it, that's all I'm going to say. You got to check it out for yourself. Like I said, our, other buddy we know decided he wanted to step away. And I already had done a couple of investigations with these guys. So, Ryan's like, hey, man, would you mind stepping in, Would you be able to? Would you want to? Would you be willing to? Of course, I said yes. And so, we started gearing up and everything. We were going to, at that time, we were still on the hunt. Like, we still wanted to keep that name, keep that brand and everything. And then we ended up losing everything. And that really set us back. And then, obviously, it was part of off season too, right? Like,
yeah.
We didn't have anything lined up anyways, so we definitely had time to sit and dwell in our depression of losing everything. And, eventually New Year comes around, talk a little bit about it here, talk a little bit about it there, start talking a little bit about ideas, throwing stuff out here and there. And then, so that's where our video comes in, where we're talking about sometimes you just got to start over. So we kind of decided, let's just completely revamp, reboot, rebrand the whole project. Let's just start completely over. And with everything, I mean, obviously the name, we kind of changed. Well, we did change. And then, even some ideas about how we film, how we're going to edit, put stuff out there. We didn't drop On the Hunt completely. So, yeah, like I said, we got some ideas for the future. I don't want to give too much away, but, we'll kind of still have that On the Hunt with our stuff, on our brand and everything. And, yeah, man, we already got, like, one thing, pretty sure it's pretty solid. Yeah. Lined up. We're really excited about. I guess I can say this because, I'm not going to say the name of the place, but it's pretty much a brand new place. I mean, it's an old place, but as far as paranormal investigations, this is like the first year that it started. It's been open to the, paranormal community, right?
Yeah, they got new owners and they're letting people come in and investigate.
But luckily for us, we get to be some of the first to do it. So, real excited about it, what we're going to capture there. And, yeah. Hopefully we'll start getting videos going soon. We're just going to record, edit, post.
Yeah.
Just like that. But yeah, that's a little bit about us. we'll have a friend actually is going to be coming with us to the next investigation too. He's a pretty cool guy. He loves. My name's Jeff. His name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
That was the first investigation I did with them. You know, Jeff, his old house was haunted, and he wanted us to come investigate. So we went and checked it out. We caught some interesting things, like one of the audio recordings that we actually still have.
I haven't talked to Dylan about it, but the places that we have went to and lost that footage, we were going to try to go back to some of those places.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
So maybe not all of them, but you know, some of them. So we'll just have to see what the future holds.
Yeah, because man, we went to a place in North Carolina called the Trevette Clinic, which is that's like the first place you and Harlan went to together, right? Or one of the first places?
One of the first places, yeah.
And, you know, I think they said that was like, they had the most stuff happen.
So underrated.
Yeah,
Like,
so.
people don't even hardly know about that place.
Yeah.
It's like when me and him would talk to people about it, they were like, well, I've never heard of that place. I was like, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, man. They've captured, which I have a clip. It's in the teaser. It's pretty much like the main hype video we use, which is like you hear opera music, and Ryan's like, "Dude, was that opera music?" Or Harlan was like, "Was that opera music?" And Ryan was like, "Oh my god, I think it was." You know.
Yeah.
And then the cat balls just start lighting up out of nowhere and stuff, and that was the first time they went. And then so obviously they wanted to go back. They were like, "Hey, dude, you coming with?" I was like, "Yes, I am coming with." And so we went that second time. First time for me, second time for them. And yeah, we captured some good stuff that night too, man, because they actually had a like a piano in the kids' room upstairs. Yeah. And dude, I'm telling you, man, that thing was playing by itself. And not constant. It would just be here and there, a couple little keys.
Yeah, because it played one time while we were in the room, and then we were like, I can't remember if we were somewhere else upstairs down the hall or if we were back downstairs, and you just start hearing it.
Just start hearing it. Man, we did like a little challenge that night where we kind of split up. Everybody covered a floor because there was 3 floors, technically 2 floors, but there was a basement, first floor, second floor. And I had the second floor, which is where the room is. And, you know, I was in the house by myself, the whole house, and the piano started playing when I was in, I think it's called the Red Room. That was wild, man. That was wild. There was other stuff we got that night too. Some stuff was kind of funny because it wasn't paranormal, you know, but it almost got us. But yeah, that was pretty cool, man. So I'd love to go back there because yeah, we got some good stuff at that place.
Well, what'd you say? That about wraps it up?
Yeah. So like I said, we're pinned. Be looking out. We got more stuff to come. Hopefully, I don't want to really give a deadline because you never know. But if everything works out right, I'm going to assume we would probably have our first video up sometime in April.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was thinking spring.
Yeah. Hopefully, if everything works out like it's supposed to. But yeah, so keep an eye out.